Exactly. It's a multifaceted approach. Urban agriculture can be seen at different levels of economic and social development. For some, it's about forming social networks based on a shared ethos of nature and community. For others, it's driven by food security, nutrition, and income generation. The direct access to fresh produce can significantly improve food security and safety while reducing food miles.
Wow, that's fascinating. So it's not just about growing plants, but also involves animals and even fish. How does this all fit into a city environment?
Great question. Food miles refer to the distance food travels from where it's produced to where it's consumed. Reducing food miles means less transportation, which leads to lower greenhouse gas emissions. This is crucial for climate change mitigation.
Food miles, what are those?
It's quite significant. By growing food locally, urban agriculture can provide fresh vegetables, fruits, and even meat products directly to urban populations. This not only improves food security, but also ensures that people have access to nutritious food. For instance, during economic depressions and world wars, urban agriculture played a vital role in supplementing food production.
Ah, I see. So urban agriculture helps in reducing our carbon footprint. That's pretty cool. But how significant is its impact on food security in cities?
All right, let's dive into urban agriculture. So, urban agriculture is essentially the practice of cultivating, processing, and distributing food in or around urban areas. It can include activities like animal husbandry, aquaculture, beekeeping, and horticulture. It's quite a broad field, isn't it?
That makes sense. It's like having a backup plan during tough times. But how do cities integrate urban agriculture into their planning?
Vertical farming is indeed quite innovative. It involves growing crops in vertically stacked layers, often in controlled indoor environments. This method maximizes space usage and allows for year-round production, making it ideal for densely populated urban areas with limited land.
Vertical farming? That sounds futuristic. How does that work?
Absolutely. Urban agriculture can also create jobs, generate income, and stimulate local economies. It fosters community engagement, improves mental health, and provides educational opportunities. Plus, it enhances urban biodiversity and helps in waste recycling and water management.
Wow, that's impressive. So, urban agriculture not only helps with food security, but also promotes sustainability. Are there any other benefits?
Yes, there are challenges like space limitations, soil contamination, and the need for technological advancements. Additionally, urban farming can be resource-intensive, requiring significant investment in infrastructure and maintenance. But with supportive policies and community involvement, these challenges can be addressed.
That's a lot of benefits. I can see why it's becoming more popular. But are there any challenges to implementing urban agriculture?
Many cities incorporate urban agriculture into their planning through initiatives like community gardens, rooftop farms, and even vertical farming. These initiatives are often supported by local governments and can be part of broader sustainable urban development plans. For example, some cities have policies that encourage the use of vacant lots for community gardens.
It sounds like a promising solution for modern cities. Do you have any examples of successful urban agriculture projects?
Sure, there are many. For instance, New York City has several rooftop farms that supply fresh produce to local markets. In Singapore, hydroponic rooftop farms are becoming increasingly popular. And in the Philippines, the Urban Agriculture Network has implemented numerous successful projects across the country.
That's amazing. It's inspiring to see how urban agriculture can transform cities and communities. I can't wait to learn more about it.
All right, now that we've covered the basics of urban agriculture, let's dive into its historical context. Did you know that urban agriculture isn't a new concept? It actually dates back to early Mesopotamian cultures.
Really? That's incredible. So how did it all start?
Well, in early Mesopotamian cultures, farmers would set aside small plots of land within the city's walls for farming. This was around 3500 BC. They used these plots to grow food and sustain their communities. It's fascinating to think that even back then, people recognized the importance of growing food close to where they lived.
Wow, that's ancient. What about other historical examples?
Another famous example is the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, which are often considered one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. Although their existence is debated, they are said to have been an extraordinary feat of engineering, with terraced gardens that were irrigated using a complex system of aqueducts and pumps.
That's amazing. And what about the Aztecs? I've heard they had some unique agricultural practices.
Yes, the Aztecs developed a remarkable system called chinampas. These were essentially floating gardens built on shallow lake beds in the Valley of Mexico. They created small, rectangular areas of fertile land by piling up mud and decaying vegetation. These chinampas were incredibly productive and played a crucial role in supporting the large population of Tenochtitlan, the Aztec capital.
Floating gardens? That's so innovative. It's incredible how these ancient civilizations found ways to grow food in challenging environments.
Absolutely. And these practices weren't just about food production, they were also about community resilience. For instance, during times of economic depression and world wars, urban agriculture saw a resurgence.
Oh, like the victory gardens during the World Wars, right?
Exactly. During World War I and World War II, many countries, including the United States, encouraged citizens to grow their own food to support the war effort. These victory gardens helped alleviate food shortages and boosted morale. By 1943, nearly 20 million victory gardens were producing about 40% of all vegetables grown in the United States.
That's incredible. So, urban agriculture has always been a way to support communities during tough times.
Yes, it has. And not just in the US. In the UK, allotment gardens became popular during the same period. People used every available space, from backyards to public parks, to grow food. These efforts were crucial in ensuring food security and fostering a sense of community resilience.
It's amazing how urban agriculture has been a lifeline throughout history. Do you think we can learn from these historical examples to address today's challenges?
Absolutely. History shows us that urban agriculture can play a vital role in supporting communities, especially during crises. By looking at these examples, we can find inspiration and practical solutions for modern urban farming initiatives.
That's so inspiring. I can't wait to see how we can apply these lessons to today's urban agriculture project.
All right, now that we've explored the historical context of urban agriculture, let's move on to modern practices. Today, urban agriculture has evolved in fascinating ways. There are several contemporary practices that are making a big impact, including community gardens, rooftop farming, vertical farming, and hydroponics.
That sounds exciting. Let's start with community gardens. How do they work?
Community gardens are shared spaces where people come together to grow food. These gardens can be found in vacant lots, parks, or even on rooftops. They provide a place for people to learn about gardening, grow their own food, and build a sense of community. One great example is Seattle's Pea Patch program, which has over 90 community gardens across the city.
That's amazing. It must be so rewarding to grow your own food and share it with your community. But what about rooftop farming? How does that work?
Rooftop farming involves growing food on the roofs of buildings. This practice makes use of otherwise unused space and can help reduce the urban heat island effect. Rooftop farms can range from small personal gardens to large commercial operations. For example, Brooklyn Grange in New York City operates the world's largest rooftop soil farm, producing over 50,000 pounds of organic produce each year.
Wow, that's impressive. So it's not just about small-scale gardening. Rooftop farming can be quite substantial. What about vertical farming? I've heard a lot about it recently.
Vertical farming is indeed a game changer. It involves growing crops in vertically stacked layers, often in controlled indoor environments. This method maximizes space utilization and allows for year-round production. Vertical farms use advanced techniques like hydroponics or aeroponics, which involve growing plants without soil. Companies like Plenty and AeroFarms are leading the way in this field, producing high yields in relatively small spaces.
That's so futuristic. But what are the benefits and challenges of these modern practices?
Great question. One major benefit is space utilization. Urban areas have limited land, so practices like rooftop and vertical farming make efficient use of available space. Another benefit is water conservation. Techniques like hydroponics use up to 90% less water than traditional farming. Additionally, these practices can reduce food miles and greenhouse gas emissions, contributing to sustainability.
Those are some significant benefits. But what about the challenges?
There are definitely challenges. One is the need for technological advancements. Modern urban agriculture often relies on sophisticated technology for climate control, lighting, and nutrient delivery. This can be expensive and requires skilled labor to manage. Another challenge is the initial setup cost. Building a vertical farm or installing a rooftop garden can be quite costly. And then there's the issue of scalability. While these practices work well on a small scale, scaling up to meet the demands of a large urban population can be difficult.
That makes sense. It sounds like there's a lot of potential, but also a lot of hurdles to overcome. Are there any other modern practices we should know about?
Yes, another interesting practice is aquaponics, which combines aquaculture and hydroponics. In an aquaponics system, fish waste provides nutrients for the plants, and the plants help filter and clean the water for the fish. It's a closed-loop system that can be very efficient. There are also innovations in urban beekeeping and livestock raising, which can contribute to local food production and biodiversity.
Aquaponics sounds like a perfect example of a sustainable system. It's amazing how these modern practices are pushing the boundaries of what's possible in urban agriculture.
Absolutely. Modern urban agriculture is all about innovation and finding new ways to grow food sustainably in urban environments. With continued advancements and supportive policies, these practices have the potential to transform how we think about food production in cities.
It's exciting to think about the future of urban agriculture. I can't wait to see how these practices evolve and continue to make a positive impact on our cities.
Now that we've covered modern practices in urban agriculture, let's talk about the economic and social benefits. Urban agriculture has a significant impact on local economies and communities.
I'm really curious about this. How does urban agriculture contribute to the economy?
Urban agriculture can create jobs and generate income in several ways. For instance, it can provide employment opportunities in farming, distribution, and retail. Community gardens and urban farms often hire local residents, which helps stimulate the local economy. Additionally, urban agriculture can lead to the development of related businesses, such as farmers markets, food co-ops, and local food processing facilities.
That makes sense. So it's not just about growing food, but also about creating a whole ecosystem of economic activities.
Sure, take Detroit, for example. The city has seen a resurgence in urban agriculture, with numerous community gardens and urban farms popping up. These initiatives have created jobs, provided fresh produce to local residents, and even attracted tourists interested in urban farming. The economic impact has been substantial, contributing to the city's revitalization.
That's amazing. It sounds like urban agriculture can really transform a community. What about the social benefits?
The social benefits are equally impressive. Urban agriculture fosters community engagement by bringing people together to work on common goals. It creates spaces where neighbors can connect, share knowledge, and build relationships. This sense of community can lead to improved mental health and well-being.
I can see how working in a garden or farm could be therapeutic. Are there any studies that support this?
Urban agriculture offers numerous educational opportunities. Schools and community organizations often use gardens and farms as outdoor classrooms where students can learn about biology, ecology, and nutrition. These hands-on experiences can enhance traditional classroom learning and inspire students to pursue careers in agriculture and environmental science.
That's fantastic. And what about educational opportunities? How does urban agriculture contribute to learning?
Absolutely. One notable example is the Edible Schoolyard Project in Berkeley, California. Founded by Chef Alice Waters, this program integrates gardening and cooking into the school curriculum. Students learn about the entire food cycle, from planting seeds to preparing meals. It's a holistic approach to education that emphasizes the importance of healthy eating and environmental stewardship.
That's such a great way to make learning more engaging and practical. Do you have any examples of successful educational programs? That's so inspiring. It shows how urban agriculture can have a lasting impact on future generations. Are there any other social benefits we should know about?
Yes, urban agriculture can also help address food insecurity by providing fresh, affordable produce to underserved communities. It can reduce the reliance on food banks and improve access to nutritious food. Additionally, urban farms and gardens can serve as safe green spaces in urban areas, contributing to overall urban beautification and environmental health.
It's incredible how many positive effects urban agriculture can have. From economic growth to community building and education, it seems like a win-win for cities.
Absolutely. Urban agriculture is a powerful tool for creating more resilient, sustainable, and vibrant communities. By investing in these initiatives, cities can reap a multitude of economic and social benefits.
I can't wait to see how urban agriculture continues to grow and make a difference in our cities.
All right, let's move on to the role of technology in advancing urban agriculture. Technology has been a game changer in this field, especially with innovations in hydroponics, aquaponics, and vertical farming.
I'm really excited to hear about this. How exactly does technology enhance these practices?
Let's start with hydroponics. This method involves growing plants without soil, using nutrient-rich water instead. Technology plays a crucial role in monitoring and adjusting the nutrient levels, pH, and water temperature to ensure optimal plant growth. Automated systems can manage these variables with precision, leading to higher yields and more efficient resource use.
That sounds incredibly efficient. What about aquaponics? How does technology fit into that?
In aquaponics, fish waste provides nutrients for the plants, and the plants help filter and clean the water for the fish. Technology is used to monitor water quality, nutrient levels, and the health of both the fish and plants. Sensors and automated systems can detect imbalances and make adjustments in real time, ensuring a stable and productive ecosystem.
It's fascinating. It really shows how interconnected everything is. And vertical farming, how is technology advancing that?
Vertical farming relies heavily on technology. These farms use controlled environments to grow crops in vertically stacked layers. Advanced climate control systems regulate temperature, humidity, and CO2 levels. LED lighting systems provide the optimal light spectrum for plant growth, and many vertical farms use hydroponic or aeroponic systems to deliver nutrients.
LED lighting, how does that work in vertical farming?
LED lighting is crucial for vertical farming because it allows for precise control over the light spectrum, intensity, and duration. LEDs are energy efficient and can be tuned to provide the specific wavelengths of light that plants need for photosynthesis. This not only promotes healthy growth, but also reduces energy consumption compared to traditional lighting.
That's really cool. Are there any key players or innovations in the industry that we should know about?
Definitely. Companies like Plenty, AeroFarms, and Bowery Farming are leading the way in vertical farming. Plenty, for example, uses AI to optimize plant growth by analyzing data from sensors and making real-time adjustments. This ensures that each plant receives the ideal conditions for growth.
AI in farming? That's next level. How else is AI being used in urban agriculture?
AI is used for predictive analytics, crop monitoring, and even automating tasks like planting and harvesting. By analyzing data on weather patterns, soil conditions, and plant health, AI can help farmers make more informed decisions and improve crop yields. It's all about maximizing efficiency and sustainability.
That's impressive. What about renewable energy? How is it being integrated into urban farming?
Renewable energy is becoming increasingly important in urban farming. Many vertical farms are incorporating solar panels, wind turbines, and other renewable energy sources to power their operations. This not only reduces their carbon footprint, but also makes them more self-sufficient and resilient.
It's amazing to see how technology and sustainability go hand in hand in urban agriculture. Are there any other innovations worth mentioning?
Yes, there's also the development of advanced greenhouse technologies. These greenhouses use automated systems for climate control, irrigation, and pest management. Some even incorporate robotics for planting, pruning, and harvesting, further increasing efficiency and reducing labor costs.
Robotics in greenhouses? That's like something out of a sci-fi movie. It's incredible how far we've come.
Absolutely. The integration of technology in urban agriculture is transforming the way we grow food. It's making farming more efficient, sustainable, and accessible, especially in urban environments where space and resources are limited.
It's exciting to think about the future of urban farming with all these technological advancements. I can't wait to see what comes next.
Now that we've discussed technological innovations in urban farming, let's look at some case studies and success stories from around the world. These examples highlight the real-world impact of urban agriculture on food security, community development, and environmental sustainability.
That sounds great. I'm excited to hear about these success stories. Where should we start?
Let's start with the Philippine Urban Agriculture Network. This initiative has implemented numerous urban farming projects across the Philippines, particularly in Metro Manila. These projects include community gardens, rooftop farms, and vertical farming systems. The network aims to improve food security, provide livelihood opportunities, and promote sustainable urban development.
That's fantastic. How has it impacted the local communities?
The impact has been significant. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, these urban farms provided fresh produce to communities facing food shortages. They also created jobs and income opportunities for residents, helping to alleviate economic hardships. Additionally, the network has fostered a sense of community and environmental stewardship among participants.
It's amazing how urban agriculture can support communities during crises. What about Singapore? I've heard they have some impressive hydroponic rooftop farms.
Yes, Singapore is a leader in urban agriculture, particularly with its hydroponic rooftop farms. Given the limited land availability, Singapore has embraced innovative farming techniques to ensure food security. One notable example is the company Sky Greens, which operates vertical hydroponic farms on rooftops. These farms use a rotating vertical system to maximize space and sunlight exposure.
That's so innovative. How has this approach benefited Singapore?
The benefits are substantial. These rooftop farms produce high-quality, pesticide-free vegetables that are sold locally, reducing the need for imports. This not only enhances food security, but also reduces the carbon footprint associated with food transportation. Moreover, these farms provide green spaces in the city, contributing to urban biodiversity and reducing the urban heat island effect.
It's incredible how these farms can have such a wide range of positive impacts. What about New York City? I've heard they have some successful rooftop farms as well.
Absolutely. New York City has several successful rooftop farms, with Brooklyn Grange being one of the most prominent. Brooklyn Grange operates the world's largest rooftop soil farms, producing over 50,000 pounds of organic produce annually. They also host educational programs and community events, fostering a strong sense of community.
That's impressive. How has Brooklyn Grange impacted the local community and environment?
Brooklyn Grange has had a profound impact. By providing fresh, locally grown produce, they help improve food security and support local food systems. Their educational programs teach people about sustainable farming practices and the importance of local food production. Additionally, their farms act as green spaces, improving air quality, reducing stormwater runoff, and promoting biodiversity in the city.
It's amazing to see how urban agriculture projects can transform cities and communities. Are there any other notable success stories?
Yes, another great example is the Urban Agriculture Network in Detroit. This initiative has turned vacant lots into productive urban farms, providing fresh produce to local residents and creating job opportunities. The network also focuses on community engagement and education, helping residents learn about sustainable farming and healthy eating.
Detroit's story is so inspiring. It shows how urban agriculture can revitalize communities and create positive change. Are there any common themes or lessons we can learn from these success stories?
Absolutely. One common theme is the importance of community involvement and support. Successful urban agriculture projects often involve local residents in planning and implementation, fostering a sense of ownership and pride. Another key lesson is the need for innovation and adaptability. These projects often use creative solutions to overcome challenges like limited space and resources. Finally, partnerships with local governments, businesses, and organizations can provide crucial support and resources.
Those are valuable insights. It's clear that urban agriculture has the potential to make a significant impact on our cities and community.
Indeed. By learning from these success stories and applying their lessons, we can continue to advance urban agriculture and create more resilient, sustainable, and vibrant urban environments.
I can't wait to see how urban agriculture continues to grow and evolve. These case studies are truly inspiring.
All right, let's wrap up our discussion by looking at the future of urban agriculture. The potential for urban farming is immense, and there are several trends and developments that could shape its future.
I'm excited to hear about this. What are some of the future trends we can expect in urban agriculture?
One major trend is the integration of urban farming into city planning and policy. Cities are increasingly recognizing the benefits of urban agriculture and are incorporating it into their development plans. This includes zoning laws that allow for urban farms, incentives for green roofs, and support for community gardens. By making urban agriculture a priority, cities can create more sustainable and resilient urban environments.
That's great to hear. It sounds like policy support is crucial for the growth of urban agriculture. What are some of the challenges that need to be addressed?
There are several challenges that need to be tackled. One is soil contamination. Urban soils can be contaminated with heavy metals and other pollutants, which can pose risks to human health. Addressing this issue requires soil testing, remediation, and the use of safe growing practices. Another challenge is the high operational costs associated with urban farming. Setting up and maintaining urban farms can be expensive, and finding ways to reduce costs and improve efficiency is essential.
Those are significant challenges. What about the need for skilled labor? How can we address that?
The need for skilled labor is indeed a challenge. Urban farming requires knowledge of advanced farming techniques, technology, and business management. To address this, we need to invest in education and training programs that can equip people with the necessary skills. Partnerships with educational institutions, community organizations, and businesses can help provide these opportunities.
That makes sense. It sounds like continued innovation is also important. What are some areas where we can expect to see innovation in urban agriculture?
Innovation will be key to the future of urban agriculture. We can expect to see advancements in areas like automation, AI, and renewable energy. For example, automated systems for planting, monitoring, and harvesting can increase efficiency and reduce labor costs. AI can help optimize growing conditions and improve crop yields. Renewable energy sources like solar and wind can make urban farms more sustainable and reduce their environmental impact.
It's exciting to think about how technology can continue to transform urban farming. What about community involvement? How important is that for the future of urban agriculture?
Community involvement is absolutely crucial. Successful urban agriculture projects often rely on the support and participation of local residents. Engaging the community in planning and implementation fosters a sense of ownership and pride. It also helps ensure that the projects meet the needs and preferences of the community. Building strong community networks can enhance the resilience and sustainability of urban agriculture.
That's so true. And what role do supportive policies play in ensuring the growth and sustainability of urban agriculture?
Supportive policies are essential. Governments at all levels can provide the necessary framework and resources to support urban agriculture. This includes funding for research and development, grants and incentives for urban farming projects, and policies that promote sustainable practices. By creating a supportive policy environment, we can encourage innovation, investment, and community engagement in urban agriculture.
It's clear that there's a lot of potential for urban agriculture, but also a lot of work to be done. What do you think is the most important takeaway for the future of urban farming?
The most important takeaway is that urban agriculture has the potential to transform our cities and communities. By addressing the challenges and leveraging the opportunities, we can create more sustainable, resilient, and vibrant urban environments. Continued innovation, community involvement, and supportive policies will be key to realizing this potential.
I couldn't agree more. It's been so enlightening to learn about urban agriculture and its future. I'm excited to see how it continues to evolve and make a positive impact.
Absolutely. The future of urban agriculture is bright, and with the right support and innovation, it can play a crucial role in shaping the sustainable cities of tomorrow.